everybody. I'm Aphrodite Rose Starfire. Kind of bouncy. I just got off work. It's been a while since my last video talking to you, and I've been meaning to give you an update for a while now. And yeah, my life is constantly in flux, but it really is a divine path. I was just gonna say in my opinion, but I just find that so annoying when people say in my opinion. It's kind of like counterintuitive. I mean, if you're saying it, it's your opinion. But I just got off of work. I am working a full-time job now in my profession that I was rigorously educated in medicine. I don't know how much people really know about me, but I'm a clinician, and I practice medicine, and I guess I don't even really know what this video is about, but it's such a difference when you wake up and you realize the simulation that you're in and trying to figure out the purpose of it. But most of us are guided to disconnect from the matrix and from our MK Ultra programs, and I did that. I didn't know I was waking up at the time, but I just knew almost 2 years ago that I just had to stop working, stop paying my bills, and via my supplemental education on YouTube, because I stopped paying my cable bill, I started learning about all these things that I didn't know anything about, and I'm a very educated person. And that, of course, opened doors and to meet new people, and meeting like my brother Hermes and other soul family, my love Josh. But in essence, I disconnected from my Strawman and stopped fueling the beast of the system. And I was getting away with it. And I sold my 401k. And lived off that until I couldn't anymore. And it wasn't very long before I couldn't live. I didn't have any money, and am I still recording? This might be a bouncy video. So yeah, it's all magic spells, and when you start stop living by your Strawman, it's really interesting. But trying to get back in, oh boy, boy, was I spanked. I was so spanked. I'm still getting spanked. Letting certain things expire, like car things, driver's license, my professional certifications, I let expire. And once you do that, trying to recover back into the matrix, so difficult. And of course, we all know that this is an ultimate program, right? And I spanked myself on purpose so that I could get out of it, right? Like we only go through hardships so that we can recover from them. If we never had any ups and downs and be a steady state, we would never grow, we would never learn. So, like I've said recently, if you've never enjoyed anything, then you've never suffered. Because you can't have one without the other, otherwise you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know you wouldn't be able to think back and go, wow, that was really great, or wow, that really sucked, because you had nothing to compare it to. You have no reference. So this is all like a program that I'm puppeteering from a higher, another dimension, another layer outside of this realm. And I can feel it. I like right now, I can visualize myself hovering above this little, car moving on a map, and I can see where I live on the map, and I'm like pushing my car over there. So getting back into being in the system and having to work for money and having a credit score and being legit with the state, and it's been really hard. It's been really hard, and it's made me even more humble. But I knew I had to find a job where I wasn't going to not be doing, like, I couldn't work in another job where I was just blindly doing what a doctor told me to do, or was doing medicine for profit or something. Like, I feel that the ultimate way to hack this matrix is to live by the golden rule and to become Christ within your Christ consciousness of basically treat others the way you want to be treated. And you always want to be treated like gold. So always being in that mindset and making every single decision with that goal in mind leads you down the golden path. So right now, I'm curing cancer in a different part of California than where I'm from. I'm in the Central Valley of California, where most of, I think, the world's, well, maybe at least the United States, food is grown. Heavy agriculture, lots of very poor families, and mostly Hispanic population, and like farmers, like old-timey farmers and people who work the fields are getting a lot of cancer, and they need help and they need treatment. And most of these people, my patients, they don't have insurance. They have they call Medi-Cal or Medicaid, the state insurance that is not accepted pretty much by any physician because it doesn't pay, it doesn't reimburse. So when you have cancer and you have like no insurance, it's extremely frustrating because there are no doctors that will treat you because you don't have the insurance that will pay them. So I'm helping an extremely needy population, mostly focusing on breast cancer. And throughout the various stages, women that have been cancer-free for years, and women that are just been diagnosed, and women that are currently undergoing chemotherapy and or radiation and or hormonal therapy. And the physician I'm working with is excellent and really cares about his patients. So I'm working like 10, 12-hour days now, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. And I feel like I'm saying "and" a lot. It's a total mind fuck, you know. It's so exhausting to live by a clock and to have to wake up on a certain time, having to eat at certain times. It makes you hungrier and eating more. I'm less tied to nature now because I'm not outside as much. But my heart is definitely full. The patients I see are so grateful to have a clinician that spends time with them and really listens and is crossing all their T's and dotting all the I's and really making sure they're getting the best care they can, because it's my experience that both as a patient and as a clinician that it's really hard to find good care these days. There's so many clinicians that are grinding and don't care about their patients. They just want to get to the end of the day, and patients feel that. But I don't know how much you guys want to hear about that nonsense. So yeah, what it's funny though is that I'm still constantly having synchronicities. And the other thing is that, so I moved from a relatively high income area of California around San Francisco to now the Central Valley. So where I live now is much, lower income, more rural, and I enjoy it. I enjoy the down-to-earth people. I don't like to be around the fake kind of materialistic scene. And I'm not really keeping us up to date on YouTube because I don't have Wi-Fi set up at my new place. And I only have like a couple hours of free time before I have to go to sleep and wake up and go to work again. What was I talking about? So I'm constantly seeing 33 roses, 33 in roses everywhere. People always call me an angel, which I think is true. But observant than I used to be. Maybe before my awakening, I would speak what's on my mind a little more quickly. And now I have a wider perspective because I sit back more. And I would give that as actually piece of advice when you are in a situation with other people and you feel that urge to say something and there's something in you that's like, don't say that yet. Like, don't say that yet. Just wait a minute and observe because most of the time people will say what you were thinking, or something will happen that will make you think, wow, I'm so glad I didn't say that. And it's usually immediately after. If you just pause for a second and don't say what you want to, just wait a second and sit back. And see what happens. But people love to be around a listener with eye contact. Is so fulfilling, so much more than hearing somebody talk at you and give you advice. Just having somebody sit there and listen and make eye contact, and it's so much more valuable than saying, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that, and oh, I heard this helps, and I don't really know if this video is what I expected it to be. But yeah, I kind of wanted to, I think I'm going to marinate more on the idea. But I just wanted to say, like, there isn't this I feel like there's this underlying polarity of judgment of whether you're woke or not woke, or like in the matrix or not in the matrix. And it's a spectrum and it's a journey, and you're never in the same place again. So even though now I'm working a full-time job like I was 2 years ago, I'm in a totally different mindset. I have totally different goals and what I value. And how I treat myself and my body. And it's like I'm in the matrix, but I'm surfing it. Like I have like this greater perspective and awareness that like I can never be sucked back into it the way I was. Because before I was asleep and I had I knew something was wrong, but I didn't know what. I just knew I had to stop what I was doing and figure it out. So yeah, I'm home now. Yeah. That's about it for now. I think everything's internal. This is a simulation that we constructed for ourselves, and any struggles that you are going through or you have gone through were purposeful, and you orchestrated it. And if you can't accept that, then there's always going to be, you're never going to grow, because there's always going to be, it's like a victim, right? It's like, oh, it wasn't me, this happened to me, or this person did that to me, so that's why I'm this way, or, you know, this person wouldn't let me do it this way, or I don't know. Like, in essence, even though it doesn't feel like it, everything is in your control. And until you take ownership of that, then you're always going to be a prisoner. That's not to say I still feel shitty sometimes, and I'm definitely getting tired. But I know I exist outside of this realm, and I know this realm is temporary, and I know I'm on the right path because of the synchronicities. Never before my awakening, I mean, I did notice things that were like coincidental, and I was like, that's weird. But it had ramped so much that like, even like the TV will say 33, like it happens when I'm like in the Matrix and I'm doing a Matrixy thing, and I almost ask myself a question like, wow, is this really happening? Is this what I'm really doing right now? And then a 33 will pop up, or a rose, or something that tells me, oh, you know, reminder. Like, I ask the question, I get an instant response. Like, yep, you're on the right path. It is a simulation, because there would be no statistical way for that synchronicity to happen at that time with that meaning randomly, right? So all the probabilities of your synchronicities is improbable in a natural realm. So statistically, we are being shown that we are in a simulation. Like today at lunch, there was a drug rep, you know, telling me about a new chemotherapy, and, you know, I'm eating. I'm like, and then I swear, I asked myself in my head a question like, what am I doing right now? I'm like learning about this super matrixy chemo drug, and it's poison. And then he's like, and here's a study, 33 patients. I'm like, okay, yep, there it is. There it is. So yeah, and I feel like I'm doing so much good for people, curing cancer and being a warm, receptive ear, and I'm working with an excellent doctor that really, really cares. He's a workaholic, which is what you want in a doctor. And he's always like studying and thinking about the best ways to treat people and how to get things paid for, like for a patient who doesn't have insurance. So having that, it would be, what I'm saying is, it would be so hard for me to be working if I was working for a doctor who wasn't ethical. If I was working in a situation where I have before, in a large corporate medical structure where nobody cares about anybody and the doctors are just there for a paycheck, I would not be able to perform a job in that in a medical capacity in that situation, because of where I'm at spiritually now. So yeah, like making sure, even in the smallest decisions every day, that you're living